could look in that camera and tell any recruits out there, any young dudes growing up, why, when it's the big team to play for in Georgia, why should they play for the Georgia Bulldogs and not Georgia Tech or anybody else?
Honestly, right now, it's like just a no-brainer. It's Kirby Smart. It's who you going to play for. The guy who knows what it takes to get to the NFL. Not only that, the guy who knows what it takes to make you a great young man. And then, in the state of Georgia, you get to go to school 45 minutes away, but then you come here to Atlanta, Decatur, everywhere in the metro Atlanta, and you got Georgia fans sitting in any corporate office, for you to get a good job and be able to network. So the networking possibilities, and then when you look at, who you putting your sons, who you putting your son in the hands of, and Kirby Smart, his whole support staff. Shout out to a guy like Jonas Jennings, who's in the player development role down there, who's been in the NFL, knows what it takes. Shout out to Jarvis Jones, who just left, but knows what it takes. And then the people, Kirby continues to put your kids around and your young man around to him to be successful on and off the field. You got the best of both worlds, so it don't get any better.
Woo wee!
I should be on sale.
Woo!
I just look. Hey, get off me.
Hey,
I should be on sale.
hey, Joe, you would have came to Georgia with that? I think you flipped him.
Oh my goodness, you
I just
Carter!
heard myself.
My goodness, brother. Hey man, kudos, brother. Kudos.
This my dude.
I would like for you guys to come to Georgia Tech, because what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that you're the total person program. Homer Rice, the late great Homer Rice, academically, athletically, and socially. You talk about thriving, absolutely thriving. Now I know you might say when the last time we won a national championship, but that's why we got you. That's why we want you. You're going to put us over the top. You're going to send us to national championship heights. But while you're doing that, we're going to make sure you develop. You think about this, not only a 4-year stop, 5-year stop, think about 40 years. 40 years when you got any contact where you can go anywhere and say, hey, I'm a Yellow Jacket. I went to the Institute of Technology. And that alone is going to speak some things. That's going to rearrange your resume. All right? If they see a resume come from the Bulldogs and it's on the top, and a resume come from the Yellow Jackets, it's going to be a switcheroo. It means a little bit more with a Yellow Jacket resume, okay? And then the top notch with Brent Key's handing out things, and with Brent Key's going as far as the toughness, tech tough, making tough decisions, Fortune 500, staying in Midtown, all the contacts, music business, industry, entertainment business, everything. Everything's booming right now, so we need you. Tell your mom and dad we need you. Sting them.
Hey, let me tell you.
I don't know which school I want to go to.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I don't know, man. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, look, I ain't gonna lie, boy. Hey, Joe.
Y'all good.
Hey, Joe, you snapped when you said if it's a Bulldog resume on top and then a Yellow Jacket resume here, it's gonna be a switcheroo.
That tech resume that's on that desk, it better say engineer. Because if it's anything business now, it better say engineer.
That's a debate. That's not a fact. That's an opinion.
Hey, look, after Quincy Carter's speech, man, Joe kind of started off, but he ended it strong, man. I was like, okay, Joe kind of sounded wishy-washy, but he got us, man. Sting him.
He said, that's why we need you. And then, but listen, so to the points that both of y'all made, right? I mean, I love with Quincy starting off with Kirby Smart. Mm-hmm. Like, we talk a lot about Kirby just as a coach, as the football coach, right? The football side is what a lot of fans talk about. But putting on these jerseys, putting on these helmets, whether it's Georgia, whether it's Georgia Tech, it's real human beings that's putting on these jerseys, these uniforms, these helmets, who have real lives, who have real aspirations, who have families who really love them. And when you have someone who's helping them become men, not only on the field, but off the field, I mean, what better can you ask? And I don't know a lot about Brent Key as far as what I hear about Kirby, because Kirby has been the head coach of Georgia longer than Brent Key was with Georgia Tech. But I would imagine it's a similar situation with Brent Key and how he sets these young men up and builds them up personally as well. Am I right or wrong?
You're right. And what's at a premium now, guys, is communication. I mean, when you got a head coach that says to you that my door is always open, that's what you want. You don't want to have to go through channels. You don't want to have to go through this guy, that guy to get to the head coach, and that's your head coach. You want to be able to talk about things. With the NIL and transfer portal, you don't want anybody sneaking up on you. You don't want anybody saying innuendos or they have to guess you. Kirby Smart and Brent Key, they have a really good relationship with their players. Through player development, through hearsaying, having those guys' voices being heard. You can imagine with our kids now, 2025, they want to ask why. You remember when we growing up, you asked why, it was immediate because I said so. Mm-hmm. That's not going to cut it now. Mm-hmm. What's going to cut it now is telling them the exact why. Now, you might not like the exact why, but this is why we're doing it. And even in coaching now, I love telling them, well, why we got to run this? Why we have to go 18 yards instead of 15 yards? Because, you got to say that. We're running a play action back here. If you go 15 and my quarterback is not ready to throw yet, go extra 3 steps and then come back, and the time will be quite right. And now he's got that picture. Oh, man. That's why. That's easy for me to tell them that. Mm-hmm. As opposed to me telling them, go figure it out, or because I said so, they'll play much faster. And they'll trust you in academics. They'll trust you when you say, Coach, like Coach Kirby Smart and Coach Brent Key. If you knock and you're thinking about going in the transfer portal with those honest and genuine coaches, Coach, I'm thinking about transferring, man. Where do you see me? Where do you see me at in your program going forward? Both of those coaches would tell them the honest truth. I see you developing. I see you helping us out. I can't wait to see you in the spring and develop you next year. Or, man, there's a log jam at your position. Mm-hmm. I think you might need to get there and just, view your options and see where you might want to go. But I support you either way. Those real relationships, man. Yeah, that's what you want to, where that young man can, outside of his dad and his family, his father figure, can trust you with a decision that's not all about wins and losses.
Yeah. Let me ask y'all a question. So don't get me wrong if I'm mistaken. Let me know. Both of you guys played with Brent Key and Kirby Smart. Am I correct?
Yes.
All right. So, yes. All right. For both of you, all right, when you played with Brent Key, did you see that he would be a coach today, and how was he playing with him? And then the same for you when you played with Smart. Go ahead and elaborate on those.
No, Brent Key, that came surprisingly to me, head coach. Position coach, fiery, detailed, yes. And the only reason I thought about, it surprised me, a head coach, I thought he was shy and reserved. Head coaches, you have to be out there.